So the solution for the adductor machine has failed. It has snapped off. So originally we snapped it off here. So this thing used to be in here, like that, just straight in there, without all of this stuff on top. So we thought, well, that's an interesting thing. It's just a mechanism which pinches this thing into position. So we thought, let's loop it like this. Loop it into this thing here. So it's kind of like a hook and it gets attached down here. So that's failed as well now. It just snapped and my freaking legs around flying again. So I loaded up 110, as you can see here. 110 kilos and it snapped off. So we need to do another solution. This was supposed to be my third set with 110. And it snapped off. So not going well. Anyway, I'll leave it here. And I'll get my main man, my dad, to try and work something else out. He's got all the tools and all the ideas. He's the handy guy around here. He's the guy that helps me with all this stuff. So I think what we'll need to do, I mean, this is like this thing here, right? Which is supposed to be holding everything together. See, this plastic is in here still, but the wire is slipped out. So the wire has slipped out from the plastic up here. Now this thing is very tight. We couldn't get this any more tighter than it already is. Sad. Anyway, that's the end of the session today. It's supposed to be my adductor day. And it's failed, so that's sad. So that scared the living daylights out of me again. You go from maximum tension in the adductors, 110 kilos. You're moving it for a set of 3, for a set of 10, and then you get to the third set, and then boom. Your freaking legs slap together at maximum speed. Before I realized what was going on, it scared me. But then I realized that the thing snapped, so I was like, okay, thank God, like I didn't get injured myself. So, yeah, we have to work something out with that. I said after that, last set where it snapped, that I was going to just walk away and back it up. And then I thought, yeah, I'm not feeling 100%. Like, let me just jump on the abductors as well. So I jumped on there and I did 5 sets of 70 kilos there. And I've not really focused much on abductors. I must say I've been just smashing the abductors for a while now. The abductors feel good. It's always like that. When you don't do something for a little while, then you jump on it, like you really feel, what's going on. When it's a new stimulus, you really, really do feel that feedback, where everything is kind of undertrained and under pumped up and the nervous system is all fresh to it. Yeah, this feels really, really good. The reason why I let go of the abductors was simply because the adductors I felt like were really addressing what I was needing. And at the time, I don't know if you guys recall, I had a bit of adductor pain at the start of the year. I was struggling with that. I started doing both machines, but then I started favoring the adductor as the adductor started to feel better and better and better. And so I kind of started doing that. But really, in truth, I should have been doing both. But that's kind of what I do. When things start to move really well, I start to kind of shave off everything that I feel is not contributing to moving max weight, even though abductor work is really, really great. And now that I'm doing these abductors, during the sets, I started thinking to myself, wow, this kind of feels like very good in the sense of low bar squats with the wide stands. This would be really, really good. Just because it kind of primes that, lateral hip to abduct, right? It's a double-edged sword, because on one side you got these adductors that if they're really, really tight and really freaked out and weak, they're not going to allow you to abduct the hips. So you're going to hit this like hard cap, which is the length of the adductors. So no matter how much you want to, hypertrophy the lateral hip, it's going to hit a hard wall, which is the adductors, which are massive. You're not going to, overpower them. You're going to hit this hard cap. So you kind of need both. You need length in the adductors, but that doesn't mean just stretching, because we all know stretching doesn't really do anything. You need to strengthen the muscle at a long range, and that's when you start to grow range of motion and length. So you need to do both, really. The abductors obviously are really, really good to do, and I reckon they're even more important when you're doing a wide stance, trying to keep the legs out, the knees out. So this felt good. It felt good. But what does that mean? I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do. I reckon my first reaction is to put 2 of those clips on and tighten both of them onto the adductor machine. Maybe that's going to be a solution. I don't know. Or, I don't know, we had a couple of zip ties. I don't really know. I mean, now the plastics has kind of unsheathed itself from the wires. So I don't know what we're going to do, man. We have to do something. I really want that adductor machine going well. I was hoping that last solution was going to last for a long time. I was thinking, man, yeah, when you loop the wire, there's no way the wire's going to snap. It's just the plastic is kind of like go around it. But yeah, this is kind of what it looks like for me. I reckon now, in the next few weeks, I've been thinking about what to do. I thought about doing low bar squats in the next few days, because I feel like I'm going to run out of time for the end of the year. I've got that holiday coming up, and it's going to be, or do I just take the holiday in my strides? I don't know, take a week off in the middle of it. I don't know. But I am keen to get back to low bar squats and the rest of it. There's a lot on my mind right now. If this was January, I'd probably give it a few more weeks, like 3-4 weeks more of hip work, and then plug the low bar squats back in and hopefully progress to 190, 200. And then I would know that I'm ready for 240 and above on the high bar squats. But yeah, let's see. I'm not gonna start doing it until I feel 100% sure that I've made a progression in the adductors. And that's kind of what you do, man. Like, you don't need to know where your max is all the time. You can kind of sense it on various different other exercises. Like, if I progress on the adductors and the abductors, then I know the low bar squats is going to feel a little bit better. And if the low bar squats are progressing, then I'm 100% sure that the high bar is progressing. See how it all kind of feels good from the start and it carries on. You need to kind of have these kind of dominoes in your mind. If you haven't progressed on the hip work, probably the low bar squats are not going to feel any better. And probably you're wasting your time with it because you're not going to translate it to high bar. So it all starts now. I need to be able to kind of work this out. The hips need to kind of grow stronger. Can't really grow stronger with the bloody machine snapping on me, but so that's the first thing I got to sort out. I'll see with that. Maybe we'll go to Bunnings tomorrow and we'll try and look through the aisles to kind of work out like maybe a fatter, stronger clamp. I don't know what you call that thing. So we can clip it harder. I don't know. We'll work something out. Appreciate you guys. Catch you in the next one. Peace out.